If you're planning on making your own personalised Christmas gifts this year, then you're in luck.
Yes, Charlo, the chef at the Martello Hotel in Bray, is preparing some edible gifts. You have a lovely spread here all together, Charlo. Lots of lovely jars and things. What are you doing for us first?
Morning, guys. Well, we're going to just concentrate on two items today. We're going to do a cranberry, orange and ginger chutney. And we're also going to do a smoked bacon jam, which you've already tasted.
Let's just repeat that. A smoked bacon jam.
Which we've been, in fairness, nibbling away all morning.
So guys, the whole idea is, you know, just personalise your gifts. And when you personalise your gifts, it just gives it a nice family traditional feel, you know, for your Christmas. So if you're wondering what to buy your loved one and you haven't, you know, you've bought them over the years, you're saying, what am I going to do? This is a great touch. You know, get the kids involved as well.
It's
get the whole family
you put thought into it. And
it's your own work.
Okay, we'll start with the cranberry chutney. So what we need for the cranberry chutney is obviously the fresh cranberries, okay? We need orange juice, the zest and juice of 2 oranges and the segments, half a cup of granulated sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, some 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar and some freshly grated ginger. Right. That's it. But there's a little technique as with all chutneys. So first of all, we put in 2 pounds of fresh cranberries, a little drop of water, and we brought it to a rolling boil. And once you start hearing the cranberries popping, you're ready to go to the next stage. The next stage then is to spike everything in, bar your segments, and basically it's like a one-pot wonder then. You just let it stew and let it reduce by half. Exactly, cook it down. Yeah. So we pop in our freshly squeezed orange juice. Again, all the ingredients go in.
And a mix of things going on there.
It's a bit of
everything all balanced each other out. Bitterness.
Exactly, yeah. The sugar takes the tartiness out of it, okay? Same with the balsamic as well. The balsamic gives it a little edge, okay? And you can also, you can play around with it too if you like, you know. You can spike it with, you know, some cinnamon, some nutmeg if you like as well. So we get in some the zest of orange. And you can bring these flavours on as much as you like or as little as you like, okay?
You can sweeten them up if you want to make it a sweeter or you want to...
Exactly, yeah. Now, we're going to spike in some fresh ginger as well. And then all you do is turn the heat down, keep an eye on it, and it couldn't be any simpler. You know, that's as simple as it is.
Is this something now, like, are you having this with the turkey, or is it for serving with other dishes?
No, this would be ideal with the turkey, but good with, you know, if you're doing a canapes or crackers and cheese maybe after your dinner as well, you know. And we're going to put it into a jar in a few minutes. I'll talk to you about the jar situation in a few minutes as well, okay? I always say, like, this time of the year, these remind me of these are the M&Ms of the fruit world. And but you cannot eat these in a raw state. You have to obviously bring them down and spike them because they're so bitter, okay? So when we get to this stage then, as I said, we mix it around and then we just leave it. And what you're looking to reduce it by 2/3, okay, into a nice sort of sticky.
How long would that normally take on a
about 20-25 minutes, just on a low heat. Now you do have to revisit it and stir it because you don't want it to stick. If it sticks, it burns, okay? So moving on then. We're left there, voila, we're left down with a beautiful, and it intensifies, the flavour intensifies, and also the colour comes down, deep colour, okay? So
worth making the cranberry sauce, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
And Charlo, if you were having that, say, with your turkey dinner, if you're doing that as a side, is it best served cold, or would you heat that through?
Best served cold, okay? It's best served cold, because when you have it hot and you bring it down, it's sort of like a good bottle of wine. It just comes back into flavour, and the flavour is more intense when it's cold. Now you can, if you want to heat it up a little bit if that's what if that tickles your fancy. Exactly. So that's our cranberry. That's our cranberry chutney made. Bacon jam. Okay, the same principle again. We get this. We've 2 pound of smoked bacon. Okay, I'll just move these around, guys. Make a little bit of room for ourselves.
2 pounds of a good smoked bacon.
Good smoked bacon. I'm using a streaky bacon here, and I've sliced it, diced it. Okay, into the pan with 3 or 4 diced onions. Okay. And then what we do is we get it up to a caramel stage, and what that brings out all the flavours, as you know yourself. Bring it to the caramel stage and it brings out all the fudgy-like flavours.
All those little burnt edges, look, that's just gold, isn't it?
Exactly, that's just gold, and that's your caramelisation, that's all your flavours. Now, to spike this again...
Is that bacon quite lean, or is it a little bit of...
No, a little bit of fat, but you need a little bit of fat to render down to give you all your flavours, okay? So we're going to spike that again with some balsamic, so 2 tablespoons of balsamic, okay? We've got 1 tablespoon of black pepper, a little pinch of sea salt, okay, even though it's salty, there's natural salts in it, we'll help it along this way. A little bit of cayenne pepper to give it that little sort of Christmassy feel. A little bit of Wicklow rapeseed oil going in there as well to help it on its way. You can use sherry vinegar or white wine vinegar here. And again, it's the same principle as the chowder.
Okay. Flavours, isn't it?
With brown sugar. And this all as well helps with the setting of it as well. And we have some maple syrup. Maple syrup is the glue
maple
to brings it all together.
And smoked bacon is a match made in hell.
Fairness.
Okay, so again,
Tommy.
We let that
Having a
simmer.
moment.
Hold yourself together.
Spike it at the very end then with some thyme, okay, some fresh thyme. We spike it at the end of fresh thyme, and then we end up 25 minutes later. We end up
That bad boy.
with a mixture like this, and then we pop it in. You can use a stick blender or you can use a
you whiz
household
that down.
blender. We whiz this down and we get a beautiful sticky jam, and the sticky jam can be served as a canapé. It can be served in a sandwich, and just like these,
Yeah.
when these are jarred up, they can last for a month.
Spread on a cracker
Exactly.
and so on. We're
So we're gonna-
pressed for time. I know
Yeah,
you
no
wanna
bother.
jar them up for
So
Charlo as well.
just before we go, that's your smoked bacon. I have some smoked bacon here. That's
Obviously let it cool then.
yeah, exactly. Now, just a little tip with your glass, your jars. You have to sterilise your jars, okay? So yeah, so you sterilise your jars. Very important to sterilise your jars. Wash them in hot soapy water, okay? And turn them upside down with the lids into the oven at 160 degrees for around 20 minutes. Jars are sterilised. They're ready to go. Fill your jars. Pop the lid on, and you're ready to go. These will last a month, so maybe in a week's time, get making your chutneys. I've got some pestos here
So a
as
month?
well. Yeah, these will last a month.
Charlo.
Obviously, when you open them 3 or 4 days and you open them, I've got jams here as well.
I know we say it every time you're on. That is sensational.
It's really good.
This is all the
Really,
stuff we
really good.
make by hand in the kitchen in the Martello, and it's all
Great one
on
for
our
little
menu.
gift.
It's all
Drop them into
influenced on our
neighbours,
menu.
friends, whoever.
And
Lovely
you
stuff,
keep eating,
Charlo.
you
More
really-
to come in the next hour.
More to come the next hour. We're doing spiced Christmas nuts, we're doing hot chocolate sticks, and we're doing honeycomb.